Here comes. Thanks everybody for joining us. And let me click all the right buttons. Here we go. In 3, 2. Well, let's let the machine count it down.
3, 2, 1.
These girls just love me, all right? They call me Mr. Sexy Cocoa Beach, right? And it's just, I'm just being myself, right?
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
Now picture that, but everywhere. This is the morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for March 10th, 2022. This is Mario Day.
Happy Mario Day.
Now, why that one doesn't bother me, but May the 4th be with you bothers me. I think I know why, because March 10th looks like Mario if you put the 1 and the 0 at the end, so it's Mario, right? I like that, but when I say May the 4th be with you, it sounds like I'm saying I have a lisp.
It's like you're making fun of people with speech impediments.
Yes.
And, we're not all about that here. We're pro people with speech impediments.
Yeah. If you have a speech impediment, you're family, okay? Welcome. Welcome to the show, and I'm glad you're here and that you're in a safe place. I'm Scott, and that's Brian. Brian, yesterday was weird. I woke up at 6:30 or something with a terrible sore throat and a heinous headache, like migraine level headache. So I send Brian a text. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to happen today. I feel like garbage. Maybe we'll bump and blah, 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 and shift Randy the next day and this stuff. And you're like, yeah, that sounds fine. Turns out I kind of got something too. So we were both having this weird moment. So aliens then, right? Aliens. Was that it?
Aliens. You know what I was ready to blame? I decided on Tuesday afternoon. So I'm technically still employed by Lyft.
Oh, right.
And so I get their emails every once in a while saying, hey, we need drivers. Come back and drive for us, please. And it's like, no, thanks. All right, forget it.
Do they offer you any bonuses or anything to do that? Or
this week they did. And it was when we were flying back from California, I got a little email that said, hey, if you do 25 rides next week, then we'll give you an extra $300.
Oh.
$300? I mean, that, I'm sitting here looking at a week, a few days at Disneyland where I easily drop that much in a freaking gift shop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I was going to say $300 is not nothing. So, it's not too bad. But 25 rides is a lot of rides. It's more than you think, isn't it?
It is if you don't do it the smart way, the Brian way of doing rides.
Okay, everyone sit back and get ready for this advice. I can't wait.
For me, there's a very specific place, Boulder, Colorado, this little microcosm of college students and hippies, and a little too far for people to say it's a nice. It's worth it to get a ride to the airport, to pay for a lift to get to the airport.
Sure.
But a lot of people say, it's worth it to get a ride to the Coffee Bean or to Sprouts or whatever.
Yeah.
So Boulder is great, and it's small enough that I go up there and I could probably knock out 6 or 7 rides in 90 minutes.
It's pretty good.
So three of those, and boom, I got $300 extra in my pocket, plus what the people tip me because I played Dave Matthews Band because, again, I'm in Boulder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Really? Dave Matthews still? Okay.
No, I do. I play my go-to playlist, by the way, is it's on Apple Music. It's a great one. It's called I Miss Britpop, and it's Oasis and Pulp and that Elastica song, The Connection.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I'm going to go get that playlist right now. What's it called? Wait a minute.
You should. It's called I Miss Britpop, and it's got a little cassette on it of a Britpop cassette. And you'll listen to that and you go, I love this song. And you might say, I don't know this song. Trash by Suede. I know it because I'm a huge Suede fan. But the typical American Britpop fan might not know Suede.
All I know about Suede is a weirdly tell me if I'm wrong, but like a weirdly airbrushed couple making out on the cover of some album.
Yeah, that was the first album when they were called the London Suede that had Animal Nitrate. Oh, such a freaking great song. I love that band.
I don't know why I can't think of any music, but I can think of that album cover.
Yeah, like the big hit for them was a song called Beautiful Ones,
Yeah.
not to be confused with the song Beautiful Ones by Prince, but it was a, again, another thing to queue up. After you queue up that playlist, pull up that song in YouTube, and it's one of the first lyric videos I can remember where they just pick out one word out of each verse, and, a girl holds out her tongue and it's got that word on it, or a guy lifts up the side of his shirt and he's got that tattooed, or somebody opens their shirt and they've got a t-shirt saying that word. And it's
that's pretty great.
It's great. Yeah. And Common People right off the top, second track, the Pulp original that William Shatner covered.
Got any your
It's one
so
Blur, Girls and Boys is in there.
mix of 80s and 90s mostly.
Yeah, mix of it's pretty much all 90s, and people, for whatever reason, that's what I catch people whistling or humming along to in the car behind me is stuff from this playlist. So it's like, all right, this is good. I enjoy it, they enjoy it, and
$300
right
extra
now,
bucks for 25 rides. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. So I drove a couple people around. I didn't make it up to Boulder. I mistakenly turned on my my Lyft online when I was in the car wash thinking, well, I'll turn it up now and then I'll drive up to Boulder. It'll take me 10 minutes and then I'll start getting rides. No, I got rides right away. And it was kind of all in this sketchy part of Northeast Denver that I don't like driving in.
Sure. You don't want to be picking people up in there.
No, exactly. But everybody was nice. One guy stunk
Oh.
to the point where when Tina got in the car to go to trivia Tuesday night, she said, "Ugh, what is that?" And I said, "Yeah, I think it's a mix of whiskey, cigarettes, and BO that the
Perfect.
guy in the back seat had."
Speaking of Seinfeld, you're never going to get that smell completely out of the back.
Fortunately, I cracked the windows during trivia. It was gone by the time we
Okay.
got back
Whew.
out, so.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
That reminds me, I have a smelly car story, kind of, sort of.
Oh, do you? Okay, good.
It leads to a much cooler thing. But so yesterday, not a great day, not very productive, felt like crap all day, tried to sleep it off, tried to lay around with the dog, that sort of thing. Eventually it works around 4 o'clock last night. I'm starting to feel good. And it's about the time the storm broke and snow falls. And that might have been the trick. Like the pressure finally popped. I don't know. I don't know what. I'm way too sensitive to weather stuff. Anyway, had plans for a while, and I really didn't want to cancel them, so I didn't, to meet up with a fan. Been talking to this guy forever on Twitter. I only know him from his Twitter avatar, which is a pig I drew years ago. And so I just know him from that. His name is Harold Burke. He was visiting here, not visiting. He's here for work. He's a police officer in Nashville, and he was here doing some like SWAT training stuff.
Yeah.
In just not far from me, actually. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm staying at this place near South Jordan. We should get together and grab something to eat." And I'm like, "That sounds great." And he was like, "Hey, bring Kim." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a great idea. Let's do that. We're bringing Kim. We're all going to hang out." And he listens to everything, including TMS every day, although he hasn't this week because he's in training.
Because he's, right.
So anyway, we met up. Now here's a couple of hilarious things. First of all, the reason the car smelled, Kim had a big bag. We forgot it was in there. A giant bag of mulch in the car, or soil, was it, or whatever? But it has like some percentage manure. Yeah, so it's got like
I hate manure.
It's like 30% manure, 70% dirt, and that made the car just funky. It was like really bad, and we forgot it was in there. We're like, oh no, and I have to. But I'm like, he doesn't care. Whatever, we'll just explain it to him. That was number one. Number two, we get down there, and I pull in, and I realize, oh my gosh, he's staying in the hotel that most people stayed in, and you and I spent a ton of time signing CDs in 2011 for Nerdtacular that year.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Remember
That's
that
where
Hampton?
Tristan learned how to play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, Capone and Storm were there that year. I
With
guess
the
it
late
was
great Ralphie.
I guess it was 2012. Yeah, Ralph was there. Some good pictures of him there.
Played a lot of Cards Against Humanity, and people discovered what kind of sense of humor I have when microphones aren't in my face.
Yeah. Dirty old grandpa the Ibbot, they call you now.
That's right. Exactly.
Anyway, so it was weird. That place is barely changed because I went into the room or into the entry thing, and it's the exact same tables, the exact same everything.
Oh,
so it's
why
all
on
there.
earth would a place like that change?
Exactly. So anyway, that was just a funny thing to have happen.
Yeah.
So we decided to go to this bar pizza place that's hopping everyone loves right now, and I forgot the name of it. It's like something weird, like Skeek Water or some kind of weird name. We go there first, and Harold's awesome, by the way. Totally cool dude. The name Harold sounds ancient. It's because it's his grandpa and his dad's name. It's like a carry-down name.
But he doesn't go by Harry. He goes by Harold.
He goes by Harold, and
okay, it's cool. Yeah.
Super nice guy, huge gamer, loves everything Frog Pants. We had a wonderful time hanging out with this dude. He was really nice. I hope he makes it out this way again, or I end up in Nashville at some point, because I would love to spend more time with this guy. But he listens to this show via the Twitch VODs later. So Harold, if you're watching this, how you doing? It's nice to see you, and it was great last night. I'm really glad to hang out with you. But anyway, we went from there, we went to the Skeek Water, or whatever it was called.
Literally, it just sounds like something you want to stay away from. Like, oh, watch out, that's some Skeek Water right there.
It was an odd name, and I still don't have it right.
You're never going to get that off your shoes if you step in it.
Yeah, don't step in Skeek Water. But it was packed, just packed to the brim with people, and they were like, 50-minute wait. And I'm like, F this. So we left there, and we went to a place called Fish Slappers, or some kind of fish name. Fish.
You are selling the restaurant and retail establishments of Salt Lake City.
I really am. I'm nailing it here. Yeah. It wasn't too far, but it was this fish slapfish. Is that it? That might be it. I think it might be slapfish. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Anyway, it's this place that makes seafood burritos and
sure is right there. Slapfish Restaurant, best seafood restaurant, American seafood restaurant. That's their SEO stuff.
Yeah. It's very good.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I want one of these.
Yeah, the shrimp burrito is amazing. That's what we had. Kim had the dude, lobster must be like $400 million an ounce right now, because her lobster roll was expensive. Holy crap, it was so expensive. Yeah. But anyway, we went there, we ate, stayed way too late. They closed. Lady looked at us kind of side-eyed the whole time while we sat and talked for too long. It was great. You always love doing that. And then we went home, and Slackwater. That's not much better than Skeek Water. It's Slackwater. Yeah. Slackwater pub and pizza thing. It's supposed to be really good. We'll go there again and really actually try it, but 50 minutes was too long. Anyway,
so wait, you went. So what did you didn't eat at both places?
No. We left the one that had the wait. We were just like, that's going to take too long.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we went.
Yeah, I'm looking at Slapfish, Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, California. Let's just stop before we get to Colorado, I guess.
Yep. Sorry, Colorado, you're out. You gotta wait. This happens quite a bit for us if it's coming eastward or if it's coming westward, and they stop at Utah, and then you end up getting it. But anything that starts west and moves your direction, you guys get it late. It's weird.
Yeah, but there's Virginia, South Carolina. There's even one in freaking London.
Oh, yeah, that might be. So they just don't like you, I guess, is what it
Maryland, Indiana, Georgia, Florida, and then all the western states stopping at Colorado. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, they don't like you guys. You guys they're like, man, those Colorado people, they are dicks. We will not go there.
My God, I am looking at these photos, though. The lobster roll looks amazing. I can't tell. This one looks like a biscuit with like deep fried something on top of it, smothered with something.
Yeah, that all sounds right. That all sounds legit. But it was awesome. They just closed too
shrimp.
early.
Oh, it's deep fried shrimp on a biscuit smothered with buffalo and ranch sauce, it looks like.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like something that'd be on that menu. And it was very good.
Son of a gun. Wow.
So if you ever get a chance, I'm just saying, it's pretty good stuff. Priced right, except for that damn lobster roll. My gosh.
Just happened to be in one of their states last week and completely missed this. But.
Oh, what are you going to do? But anyway, it was great. I just want Harold to know he's a stud, and it was great hanging out with him. And not a stud in a kind of like, you have a cow or a male steer that makes all the cows pregnant. I don't mean like that.
But he's a different kind of stud.
Different kind of stud. And I don't know. Sometimes you meet people where it's like, oh, they were so cool, and then you kind of move on. This is the kind of guy I could hang out with this dude. Yeah. He's got we have huge shared taste in the kind of games we like, and just like all sorts of stuff. It was really great talking to him. So Harold,
good.
Wind to your back. He's still here till Saturday, I guess, doing SWAT things. And he's way cooler than me. He's telling me all these cop stories and like stuff he's seen, and it's like gnarly, man.
Right.
And also, he says that the show Cops is 100% fake and terrible, and no one should watch it.
Well, we kind of knew that, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
I feel like we knew that.
One guy here in Colorado, an officer, I want to say he was even a sergeant or something, decided he was doing his own Cops and Twitch live streamed his patrol, like hooked up a Twitch live stream in his car while he drove around.
Oh, that's cool.
And actually, like, got somebody. Well, he got in big trouble for doing that.
Oh, he got in trouble. Well, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I meant by cool was not cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be cool, right? Because it'd be like, people felt like, well, this is going to encourage people to misbehave in front of him so that they could be on his Twitch streams. Like, yeah, okay, hasn't worked for Claire with us. Why would it work for someone with them?
No, not exactly. I wonder if that's there's probably, like, when you do an episode of Cops, that's one of the things that you don't realize, and one of the things that makes it super fake, not fake, but partially fake, is that everybody in those scenes, they've got to sign a waiver. Yes, to have themselves on camera. So what happened is even
you can tell the ones that don't because they're blurry and
yeah, and even the ones like people they chase down, like chase through 4 neighborhoods and breathe really hard and finally pin the guy down. Got the camera in his face. If they're showing his face, he agreed to this. Right. The guy on the Twitch thing, he can't guarantee any of that. He just has to drive around and
it's great, right? So you're chasing a guy, he's hopping over wooden fences, you finally pin him to the ground and say, "Oh, you are under arrest. We are booking your butt. By the way, do you mind signing this waiver so you can be on Cops?" "Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah. You know that's how it went. I always wondered if they offered money or something, like here's $20 or I don't know. Maybe that would get people to do it, but he says
bag of meth?
It sounds like a lot of that stuff is just driving around and nothing happening. And when things do happen, it's usually like aftermath kind of stuff. It's rarely like a hot situation where you got to chase a dude. Like those are the rare things.
It's not fake like Pawn Stars fake, right? Where it's like, "Oh, hey, could you redo that crime or do that thing again that you just said to me? But let's get it on camera. Maybe say it a little bit differently."
Yeah, except it's maybe worse because he said that a lot of times what would happen is the cops were encouraged to encourage the perpetrators to do something or to instigate something, to like get him fired up so the meth guy will like, I kept saying rub his wiener on the windshield, but I think I saw that once on Cops. But just like freak out and get half naked and throw things and get arrested and pinned to the floor. Like a lot of that stuff they would like instigate, but you don't see the instigation part.
Right.
So,
that sucks.
It does suck. It pisses me off. Made me mad. But anyway, it's good to have the record set straight by Officer Burke.
Officer Burke. Yeah, that's a good officer name too.
It is. Nice. It's a totally great name. It's also great. Just the name Harold Burke is a great like author name. The new book by Harold Burke, topping the charts, New York bestseller, New York Times bestseller is what I meant to say. Author Harold Burke. Yeah.
Not such a great name if you're, in a spaceship heading towards a planet because there might be some alien activity that's affecting some colonists. No, that's really the only bad Burke.
I agree. That's a bad Burke. Nobody likes bad Burke. We only like good Burke. All right. Hey, couple of quick emails. Quipple, I said?
Yeah.
I meant
Quipple. How about a Quipple?
How about a Quipple? Here's a Quipple. It's a brand new Wordle competitor called Quipple. Go play it today. John wrote in. This is for you mainly. He says, Brian mentioned you need more music requests. He says, more funk. No particular need or reason. I just liked that last funk song, and I recall from the show and would like to hear more. John. So how do you feel about more funk? How do you feel about that?
I'm all in favor of that. I think, what was it, Monday or was it last week? It was this week. For International Women's Day, I played that funk cover of Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, listen, I like the funk. I bring the funk.
Yeah, I think you bring the funk. But the main point, John, is if you have a specific request, you can make this happen by going to the website, go to frogpants.com/TMS, click the request a song link, and now you got whatever funk you want.
Exactly. Pick the funk you want to hear.
Yeah.
There's I think we still need a few more requests to round out March, so feel free to make a request. Anniversary, birthday, even just like, hey, I love this song. Let's hear it on the show, and if I can play it, I will.
Yeah, get in there, you rat bastards. All right, here's another email. This is from Eugene in Phoenix. Not Phoenix in Eugene, which could happen. Somebody could be named Phoenix in Eugene, Oregon. But this isn't them. This is Eugene in Phoenix,
Eugene
Arizona.
From Phoenix.
Yeah. He says, "Hi, Scott. I was listening to TMS 2254, and you mentioned getting sunburned in Mexico even though you never left the shade. The reason for this is because the sand in Mexico is very white and very reflective.
Scott.
Yeah, no kidding. We are the worst together. The ultraviolet rays bounce off the beach and onto your skin, causing the sunburn. The water there is also very reflective. Same thing happens to me. I'm 41% British, 30% Scottish, and 20% Swedish, so about as white as you can get. I sat on a beach for 2 weeks in the shade the whole time and got burned almost to the point of being uncomfortable. Why I live in Phoenix, I know not. Love the show. Been listening since Creamy Peen, whenever that was. Take care, Eugene." Wow.
I want to know what the other 9%. You said you're 41% British, 30% Scottish, and 20% Swedish.
Oh, good catch,
What's the other
Brian.
9%.
Yeah, good catch on the math. I didn't realize. I didn't even think about it.
Crystalline entity or like Stouffer's lean cuisine. What is the other 9% of you?
I need to know, peanut butter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is the water. The rest of us is water. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. That's
what's going on.
what it is, yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Eugene in Phoenix. We hope you're not too well. Right now, you're very comfortable because it's nice in Phoenix right now. But
yeah, right now it's the livable time in Phoenix, Arizona. Enjoy it for the next week because then it goes to hell.
Yeah, better hope you keep getting water from all those other states. I always tease them for that, but they kind of have some of their own water. They get it from what's this town where they got skiing and stuff? Not Snowflake, Arizona. The other one.
That's where all the liberals live.
Can't take the heat down here. And
Flagstaff? Is it Flagstaff?
Flagstaff's what I'm thinking.
Arizona.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But I
TBZ God, what is the temperature? What's the high going to be today?
Yeah, I'm going to guess before he says. I'm going to guess.
Yeah, we got time to guess.
81 is the high.
Oh, I'll take the under on that.
Okay.
But I like that. I like that number right there. Yeah.
All right. So he's looking. We're finding out. Yes, the West is in a terrible drought. You don't have to tell us the Taz. We are fully aware. 72. Yeah. Okay.
72. Well, there you go.
Brian is correct.
Very, very nice. Very comfortable.
Oh, I could stay in that. I could never leave that. That sounds great. It's better than the 7 you're having right now, Brian.
I would go ride my bicycle if it was 72 today.
Yeah. When do you think you'll get to start to ride? Because it could change any time, right?
It could change any time. As a matter of fact, right now they're looking at the weekend is going to be in the 50s, and then it'll go into the 60s for the earlier part of next week, which means I get on the bike and I ride my little heart out.
That's right. Get that chode ready for the butter. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, 150 miles. This'll be the first. If I do the full both days, it'll be the first time I've gotten to do the full both days because they pulled us off the course 1 year because of weather.
Yeah.
I got sick the second day and couldn't do day 2.
Oh,
another
right.
year.
Forgot about that.
And then last year was 1 day, and I can't remember and then it got canceled 1 year. So this is going to be my year to do both days. 150 total miles.
The big comeback.
2022.
Yeah,
and so this is the year people really need to donate. Just go to tiny.cc/Bike Coverville 2022.
There you go. Bike Coverville 2022.
Bike Coverville 2022.
Yep. And keep in mind that one is that is case sensitive. No uppercase in that. Right?
Oh, yeah, it's all lowercase. Well, whether it's case sensitive or not, just do all lowercase and play it safe.
Yeah, play it safe.
Yeah.
Here it is. I'm bringing it up for people to see. Oh, you're already doing very nicely on here.
I'm doing very well, yeah. And that's without, I meant to do some artwork. I want to do a piece of art that I can put on Twitter and Facebook. It's almost like this photo that you see behind my picture, the banner.
Yeah.
That is exactly what Colorado, like what the biking in Colorado looks like. It's like that beautiful mountain range right behind us. We are at the base of the foothills. It's so good.
Is that me on the other side? Is that where that goes? If I was to shoot, as the crow flies, would you land on me if I went straight to those mountains?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, because to the east of us is Flat City. But this also kind of is a good representation of everybody up there, and then the dude behind is probably me.
All right. That's not really you in that image, is it?
It's not really me in that image, no. But
I would love that so much if you were that guy right there.
No, but they were using, like, there was some photos that they were using. I don't know where they are, if they're on their site anymore, but there were some photos they were using that did have me in my Captain America wing socks.
Oh,
in it. So
nice. Nice. But then
I
Marvel,
actually I downloaded some Captain America, those wings that he had on his old style helmet.
Yeah.
And I've got a blue helmet that I'm going to wear, and I'm going to like figure out a way to mount those wings on the side of my helmet.
Wait, do you print them?
You know, if I was really good, I would do the Thor wings on the helmet.
Oh, that'd
That's
be
what I
cool.
should do.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Are they you got to print those wings, or they are?
I have to print those wings. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, you got a way to do it. You may as well do it. That's what I say.
Do it. God do it.
All right. Well done. Very cool. I probably just had you pimp the thing we would pimp in the news, but that's okay. It's all right. We can do it again.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I have not.
Else.
Amy normally is here to talk about books, but I have not been able to get a hold of her all yesterday or today. I think she may be out of pocket.
Okay. Hope she's all right. Hope everything's okay.
I do too. I mean, she's still on vacation, I think, and could be.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that because I was gone last week, so I didn't know.
Oh, right, you were gone. She did it from the car then, and I think the plan was we were going to try to do it again from the car, but she may be in a place where she just straight up doesn't have connection. So, or
she's just tired of us.
It could be that.
It's certainly possible.
It could be that. So I guess what I'm saying is, Amy, if you're hearing this, ping me. I haven't been able to bring you up on anything else, and let me know if it's different. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and do the news. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
Soundography. Going up later today is a brand new episode. Listen, if you like that playlist that I was describing, the Britpop playlist, one of the bands that's on there is a UK band called the Manic Street Preachers. These guys are awesome, and they suffered some really weird stuff in their career. A disappearance, a flat-out disappearance of one of their members.
Whoa, I've never heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They think he jumped off a bridge, but
never found a body or anything, or
never found a body or anything.
Weird.
Yeah. So, but find out the whole story, the whole freaking weird story, by listening to the episode I'm posting today of Soundography, all about the Manic Street Preachers.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
First story: a man got a harpoon stuck in his ween because he allegedly didn't make his wife dinner. That's a good reason.
This is one of those times that I did not look ahead at the headlines.
Yeah.
And then I'm so glad I did, because that whole thing, I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh, a harpoon stuck in his ween. Like, is that a sexual thing? And then, didn't make his wife dinner. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's revenge for his horrible act of not making dinner. I may have swapped out whatever they had there before with ween because it made me laugh. But anyway. A man in Thailand, that may have been obvious. A man in Thailand is feeling some pain after getting shot in his manhood because he allegedly went out for drinks with his friends instead of making dinner for his wife.
Oh, it's not that he didn't make dinner.
Yeah.
It's that he went out for drinks with his friends.
Yeah, his pals, his boys. That's what happens. According to the Daily Star, Chanita Kudrum, I'm going to say.
Sure.
Shot Buchini Mooston.
Oh, let's go Boon Chewy Mooseton.
Okay, yours is better. Way
I
better.
like Boon Chewy.
Boon Chewy. Boon Chewy. That's like a buffed Chewy. Yeah. He has a boon. Anyway, with a harpoon after waiting up for him to come home. So he did go out, and then when he finally got home, she schlunk, got him right in the hooter with her gun. Mooseton told the Star that his wife twisted the spear when it was impaled on his penis there. Yeah, twisted the spear.
Yeah.
That's no good. Was allegedly so drunk he didn't go to the hospital till the next day. His penis needed 17 stitches, according to the Daily Star. Wow. Jeez. Normally you say you needed 17 stitches, but when it's somewhere like this, you have to specify your penis needed 17 stitches.
say stitch up my little friend.
Yeah. 17's a lot, though. Boon Chewy has decided to stay away from home until his wife cools down.
So. At least.
Yeah. I think you might see it as a sign that things aren't going to work out. That's what I would
where is this? Do we know? What did it say? We don't have a location on this one, do we?
No, let's see. The names make me think it's somewhere India, maybe, or
yeah, exactly. Like that's what I was thinking too.
Daily Star. Hold on. And the Chanita name, I don't know who knows. Oh, here it is. Thailand.
People are saying Thailand. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was at the top. A man in Thailand. I wasn't thinking.
Your move, Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah. Yeah, Boone Chewy's got 17 stitches to your 1 stitch or whatever you end up doing.
I don't know which is worse. The Lorena Bobbitt just cut it off kind of thing, or the shoot it with a harpoon to where it needs 17 stitches and then twist it.
Yeah, no kidding. I think
we did say it. Man in Thailand. It was right there in the first.
Yeah, it was in the top thing.
Words, yeah.
I was gonna say if I think I would probably prefer the second, because he's drunk. At least he's got some sense of, he's got some anesthetic going on, whereas Bobbitt just had it hacked off, fully sober.
While he was sleeping.
Oh, I thought he was in a car. No, did I have that wrong?
No, she took it in the car and then threw it into a field.
Oh, that's what it was.
The penis went for a drive, went for a ride.
I thought they were in a car and she hacked it off in the car, but I've conflated her disposal of the wiener as opposed to the dismembering of the wiener. Yeah, she was mad. Why? I mean, that seems like a lot of work. I'd probably just flush that thing or something, Like, why throw it in a field? You're just creating evidence, Why not? You flush it, at least it's,
I don't think that she was trying to say he'll never figure out who did this. Like, I don't think
no,
I
that's
would have gotten away with it. It weren't for that damn field.
That's true.
I think it was a matter of what's the furthest, I want him to, if he wants this back, he's going to have to work for it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Got to go out and find it in a field, hope it hasn't, degraded enough to not be usable.
A coyote has ran off with it or something.
Yeah, because they did get it to work, right? That was the whole thing with him, is he got it put back on or sewn?
He got it put back on. He enjoyed a illustrative porn career, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
illustrious.
Yeah,
illustrious.
if not a little brief. I don't think it lasted very long.
Yeah, I think once the gimmick of Frankenweenie kind of
yeah
ran its course.
Yeah, the wiener wanes eventually. The wiener
exactly.
Wanes.
It's like I didn't want to get typecast as the guy with the stitches in his peen, but
it's not a. I've never seen this thing, but I assume it's a horror show. I have no idea what that thing, his porn thing is like. I don't want to.
I don't know which one would look worse. Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, or this one here with the harpoon, like the wild and crazy penis.
Yeah, guy with a boon in his chewy or whatever he's got going there.
Picture the Steve Martin thing with an arrow through it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, good luck to them. Boone Chewy, we hope you, you find some solace in your life.
Yeah.
A lost iPhone. This is interesting.
Okay.
Was found clogging a toilet. Excuse me. 1 decade later. Strange banging from the bathroom pipes led a Maryland resident to find her lost 2012 iPhone clogging her toilet. Toilets and iPhones have gone together right from the start, with all users getting that sinking feeling as their phone goes underwater. Yeah, but most people don't flush the damn thing. It doesn't go all the way in. That's
They'll look down and say, well, that's a loss.
Yeah. Nobody does that. Anyway, according to the U.S. edition of the Sun newspaper, Maryland resident Becky Beckham, that's great.
Yay, great. That's awesome.
Or Becky Beckman, rather, not Beckham. She bends it like Beckman. Did not notice when it happened to her on the night of Halloween 2012 rather. Beckman's phone just seemed to go missing. It was mysterious, but it was gone. Ultimately, she had no choice and had to replace it, move on, whatever. 10 years later, her and her husband began hearing a banging sound when they would flush the toilet. Initially, we blamed it on the toilet being old, and said the house, the house construction being bad or something like that. Beckman's husband took a plunger to the toilet, and out came an iPhone. It's not reported what model the phone is, but the images appear to show a iPhone 4S. So it probably still has bad reception, is the idea.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's enough rice. You can't put that thing in enough rice to make it ever work again.
There's not enough rice in the world for me to ever try to make it work.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you would never put that thing up to your face.
Dude, look at it all splitting apart. Although the antenna bar thing that thing was famous for is nice and holding steady there. It looks fine. Gross. We had a similar thing happen with a flip phone in our house. My niece dropped one in there back. This is forever ago. It's probably 2003 or 4, and jacked that toilet up forever. It never worked right again. and we never could get the phone out. So we had two choices. One, just sort of deal with it, or two, we had to take the entire toilet assembly out. And we opted for just deal with it. Because what are you going to do? Some Nokia down there bouncing around. But with bubbles every time. That'd be great. Anyway, the thing is, don't drop your phone. All right? That's the idea.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Oh, that reminds me. What was it? I was going to tell you something about a phone.
I did find a. Let me grab something.
Okay, you grab the thing while I'm remembering my phone. I had a phone thing to tell you. It was a great story. What was it? It was about a phone, and I was going to tell you the thing about the phone. Oh, I know what it is. All right, when Brian comes back, I will tell you what I learned. And he's back, everybody. Brian's back.
You know how you've got these drawers that you hardly ever clean out. You just kind of shove stuff in there, and
yeah.
So we were cleaning one out the other day, and found.
Oh, look at that!
This little Nokia job right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. You can pay Snake on there. A little bit of Snake.
I think this might be the previous model. I don't know why. Like we have two that are so similar.
All right, nice T-Mobile there.
And they're burners. But then let's go way back here. We've got the Motorola Flip right here.
Oh yeah, baby! I had one of those.
Clog up a pipe.
Yeah, that'll keep your poo from going down right there.
Oh,
that's
right
satisfying.
there.
Yeah,
it is. That's why I want Apple to hurry up and come up with a foldable phone so you can do that
little snap thing. Yeah, I figure they'll do that when they stop being breakable with too many bends. Because right now they have a bend limit. So like if you buy that Samsung one, they tell you it's like, well, you get 800 bends out of it. And you're like, I don't like having a number.
No, that seems way too short. 800 bends.
Yeah, even though it's probably not, but it still it seems like too many. The thing I was going to tell you, I just remember what it was. Somebody took an iPhone, a working 3GS iPhone, which would have been what, circa 08, 07, something. No, 08, 09, something like that. Anyway, 3GS, whenever those came out.
Whenever it came out.
He took that and his brand new 12, not the Pro, but just the regular 12 or 13, whatever we're at right now. Took these exact same place, exact same lighting situation, and just one after the other took a shot of this bridge outside where these people are walking around.
Yeah.
We thought that those old phones had nice cameras. We were wrong. They're terrible. The comparison is ridiculous. Like, I wish I'd saved this and could show it to you. The cameras we have on all of our phones these days, Android and iPhones, are astoundingly good.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, they're incredible. But I've never looked to try and compare it to something I took. I don't think I've really taken a look like from.
It was really bad, like strikingly bad. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, and I should have saved it, and I didn't, and now I feel bad.
Yeah,
but
would have liked to have seen it.
Yeah, it was good. If I see it again, I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah, please do.
All right, well, good luck to them. Let's move on to this one. You'll like this because it's in your wheelhouse. A man sentenced to 3 years in federal prison over a Pokemon card. So be careful, Brian.
Better be a good one, though.
Well, let's find out. You can tell me more than I would know. A Georgia man has been sentenced to 36 months in prison. That's 3 years, they tell us in this article, as if none of us could figure that out on our own. After using COVID-19 relief money to purchase a rare Charizard Pokemon card. The Justice Department announced the sentencing in a news release on Monday. The man, 31-year-old Vintath Udamzine.
I think you did the last name right. I think you put an extra T in there. Vinath.
Oh, Vinath.
Oh, Udamzine.
That's a pretty cool name.
It is, yeah.
But he's very criminal. Was awarded the Economic Jury Disaster Loan, or an EIDL, during the COVID stuff for $85,000. Wow. He claimed that this was for his own small business that supported 10 employees.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
These loans were created as part of Congress's pandemic relief plan, intended to be used for businesses to pay workers and rent.
This ain't somebody just using their, $1,200 stimulus check to buy a Squirtle. This is like $85,000.
Oh, it's a huge amount of money. So when he got the money, they say he used $57,789 of it to buy the Charizard card. That's how much those are worth. This is those first edition
no idea.
holographic
That's
ones. Yeah, this is the one that Nicole thought she had for a hot second when she was going through her old cards.
Yeah.
I think this is the card. It has a 9.5 gem mint rating, so as new as you get.
Yep. Minted plastic, probably.
Yep. U.S. District Court Judge Dudley H. Bowen also ordered out Odomson to pay $10,000 on top of the $85,000 in restitution and 3 years in prison. He will have 3 years of supervised release after the 3 years. He has also agreed to turn the Charizard card over to prosecutors.
No!
Yeah. Now the government has it. What are you going to do now, buddy?
Oh, well, that punishment is super effective.
What do you think the government then does with the Charizard card? They've got it now. It's state's evidence, right? Whatever. What do you do?
It'll be just kept in a box in one of those those big warehouses with a date stamped on the side, and
you think they auction it for
probably recoup some of the money?
Yeah, government money. I don't know. I always wonder about that kind of stuff. But I wonder if it's taken out of circulation, and now those are even more rare because one of them isn't sellable, or they're going to hold on to it or something.
Yeah, and those auctions, people, it's not one of those widely known things. So those police auctions, you can get some steals because of how.
Oh yeah, I got a bike that was worth, I don't know, almost $2,000, and I got it for $200 at a police auction.
Police auction. That's cool.
I'm like, you guys are dumb. You're selling this bike for way too cheap. They didn't know. They were just selling stuff. So yeah, local. Brian's right. Go if you can find one. Go to a local police auction in the spring or summer. They usually do them outdoors, and they're amazing, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Just don't buy any flip phones.
No,
you don't know where they've been. You don't know where those things have been smuggled.
Yeah, or buy a bucket of rice at the same time if you're going to do that.
Purell.
Someone said Nick Cage in the chat. Did you see that Nick Cage trailer for his weird thing?
No, I haven't. That unbearable lightness of being Nicolas Cage. Well, I can't remember the full name, the actual name.
Yeah,
of
the unbearable weight of famous whatever it is. It's a movie where he plays himself, but
he plays a very flamboyant version of himself, right?
I assume so.
Not flamboyant, but an exaggerated.
Yeah, I assume it's one of those, where we're kind of playing like Neil Patrick Harris in the Harold and Kumar movies.
Harold and Kumar movies, or Joey Tribbiani in the Extras.
Yeah,
Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, and then he's down there with the Mandalorian. I can't think of his name. Chachi Havarez. What's his name? Who plays the Mandalorian? I can't think of his name. Anyway, that guy.
Episodes, not Extras. Yeah, episodes. Extras was on with Ricky Gervais.
Anyway, guy that plays Mando and was in Wonder Woman 2.
I know. I can't remember.
Pedro Pascal. There it is.
Pascal. Yes.
It's not that other name I made up. No. Okay.
It's not Chachi
Alvarez. It's not Chachi Alvarez. Anyway, he goes down there, and I guess that guy's like a huge drug dealer, mafia world terrorist man, but he loves all things Nick Cage, so he has a whole Nick Cage shrine in his rich South American whatever. Okay. They kind of give most of the movie away. It feels like it looks okay. You should watch the trailer. Yeah. It looks like it might be fun.
I will.
Yeah, it might be all right.
I totally will.
Chachi Alvarez as the Mandalorian. Yes, DJ Stingle, nice title.
Chachi loves Chachi. Grogu loves Chachi.
I'd watch that. That'd be all right. All right, we got one final story time, I think, here for this one. Scientists tried to solve the mystery of a 300-year-old mummified mermaid. It's currently being worshipped at a temple. Japanese scientists have started investigating the mysterious mermaid mummy that has long been an object of worship at a temple in the Okayama Prefecture. You got to see this thing. I don't think it looks like a mum. I don't think it looks like anything. I think it looks like a platypus with a problem. Or something. There it is.
Here. So I was pulling up the India in the Middle information.
No, you're all good.
Let's see this thing with ooh.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it. But I can tell you that. But the photos.
It does look like it has fish legs.
Yeah, it looks like a fin down there or something,
but
right?
It's tiny. I mean, it's obviously some sort of monkey.
Yeah.
Haven't you always wanted a monkey?
It reminded me of Dave there for a second. Letterman would always say, "So it's kind of a monkey." Isn't that
Looks
a monkey?
like a monkey.
That's some kind of monkey, Paul.
Looks like a honey baked ham.
Yeah, it's a monkey. Paul would say. Japanese. Oh, so here we go. They are conducting scientific analysis of the mummified remains of the mysterious icon to determine what it is actually made of. The mermaid mummy, which measures about 1 foot, has earned its name for having an upper body that appears to be human and a lower body that looks like a fishtail. 300 years old, this thing.
Wow.
It has retained its nails, teeth, and hair over the years. Has also maintained an eerie expression of a screaming child.
I'll say, yeah, this thing is now in my nightmares.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That first photo is.
I don't like it,
ugh,
but I do think it looks like a monkey as well.
This actually is the Pokemon on the card that guy bought, by the way.
Very charred Zard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very charred Zard.
It's a very charred Zard.
Yeah.
It says, let's see, Kozen Kuida, the chief priest of the Injuan temple in the city of Akukuchi, took out the artifact from a wooden box where it has been stored inside the school's veterinary hospital for examination. Well, if they put it in the veterinary hospital...
A wooden box was stored inside the school's veterinary hospital for an examination. I mean, this thing to quote Indiana Jones, it belongs in a museum.
Yeah, it's going to the museum, Dad. We have worshipped it, hoping it would help alleviate the coronavirus pandemic, if even only slightly, he says. I got bad news for you. That's not going to help at all. I think praying to a monkey fish ain't going to do shit. Just going to put that out there.
Sorry.
It says, let's see. I hope the research project can leave scientific records for future generations. The mummy has been put on display for public viewing about 40 years ago, but it was recently stored in a fireproof safe, so it won't deteriorate. A note inside the box claims the mysterious creature was caught in a fishing net off the coast of Tosa Province between 1736 and 1741. The mummy was passed on to other owners after the turn of that century, all the way up to 1912, and ended up being acquired by the Injun Temple at some point. So, yeah, that thing's been around. I don't know what it is. My guess is...
Why is it just sitting around for such a long time?
I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, you know what? I feel like we got some time. Should we, should we analyze the fish monkey? Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, now don't put water on it. What if it turns into like a mogwai or some kind of horrible gremlin creature?
Yeah.
Don't get it wet.
It is bizarre, like the top half being monkey-like and the bottom half looking like a fish. It clearly looks like it has
maybe it's a mermonkey. Not a merman, but a mermonkey. Yeah, I think that's possible.
That's why it just amazes me that they're just now getting around to, I finished my work. I think I might look at the monkey.
Yeah, we may let's take a look at that monkey that we've had for 300 years.
Get it out of the wooden box.
Yeah,
that we're keeping.
It's time. Hey, Brian, speaking of time, it's time for a break. We're going to play a song and come back. Randy will be here. We've moved Recommendals one day. And we're going to be doing that today. So stick around. Before that, musical selection by Brian. What do you have?
Oh, this is good. So brand new album coming out March 25th called Tides. It's the debut EP for a singer named Ashley Miles. This, this also feels like kind of Haim and more on the poppy side, indie pop side of things, but not quite so far as like Olivia Rodrigo or something along those lines.
Sure.
Anyway, this is great. This is the first single from her upcoming debut EP Tides. Here's Ashley Miles and Fire.
What is a flannel board? A flannel board is a useful teaching aid that holds things.
Knows a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing.
The morning stream. When news breaks, we're there. The next morning. Except on Fridays and the weekend.
That's an old one I haven't used in a while.
He's not wrong.
Thank you, Scott Fletcher. Hey, Brian, what was that song again?
Yeah, that song was Ashley Miles and the brand new single Fire, which is going to be on her debut EP coming out in just a couple weeks, March 25th.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'm going to be in Dallas when that thing comes out.
Oh, that's soon.
Playing ball.
Bing, bing, bing. Oh no. Oh crap. Hold on. I hit a button on Discord I wasn't supposed to. Hold on. Hey chat, hang on one sec. It's not you, it's me. 1 second. Okay, here it comes. All right, we're back. Brian and I are going to do the rest of the show with hand signals. Okay, there, I'm back. Are you there?
I know it was you. Like you're Zoom gesturing. Oh, it was me. Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you knew it was me. I hit the update button by accident. That was the wrong key.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's so tempting, right? The little, there's a new version. I better get that.
Yeah, I saw that and thought, oh, yeah, that's the thing I'd always want to do. And then I guess I'm now on the latest version of Discord. So, fantastic.
Good. Well, I'm not.
And yeah,
You sound better than me all of a sudden.
Wow. Discord's never sounded better. What the heck?
Yeah.
All right, Randy's coming in.
Cool.
Let's make this happen for real.
I'm excited to talk about stuff today, not just for my recommendals, but because I've completed an achievement with today's recommendals.
An achievement. Well, let's find out now what that is. That's right, everybody. Pull up a chair and relax, because we're about to do recommendals, things we see on streaming services, and talk about with each other and make recommendations. Randy, welcome back to the show.
Good morning stream. I am really excited this morning. Overwatch just dropped a huge set of announcements like seconds ago.
Oh, really?
Trying to read it all and understand it, but I'm not on that team, so I don't need to be your representative here.
Yeah.
Just like some stuff. There's some stuff there.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I haven't. Did we get
a new Mac client? Right. Damn it!
You'd love that. Wait a minute. So, where's the? Did they give a release date? That didn't happen, did it?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
There are some sort of dates in here, but anyway, not my bailiwick.
Not your purview. But thanks for holding your breath for a whole day. By the way, we appreciate it. Good to have you back.
So good to have oxygen again. I have some notes I've been making all along. Slapfish started here in Huntington Beach. It was a food truck when we first moved here to Orange County. Do you remember the heyday of food trucks? Like about 2010, 2011, they got a reality show on TV that ended up going for seasons and seasons. Slapfish was one of the huge winners of the great food truck peak of that time. And and like they were just selling fried fish. They were selling fried fish out of a truck.
Sure.
And the guy who owned and operated the thing had huge ambitions, and so like as soon as he could, he converted into a standalone restaurant there in Huntington Beach, and then he just started expanding, and I don't understand how they did it. Like Brian, last week we had lunch near the airport. We were a mile in either direction from two different Slapfishes.
Oh, man.
Like it's a thing. Like they've been just expanding.
I wouldn't have been able to walk there as easily as we did from the airport over to El Torito. So.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just I don't particularly like it. I'm glad Scott enjoyed it. I don't think Slapfish is all that great. Yeah. It's just it's fried fish and similar things. And
their photos are. Their photos are fire.
They have good photo picture units.
I have to admit, even though I kicked the soft drink habit, I do not drink soft drinks now, going on a year.
Yeah.
I think I always will judge restaurants by their soft drink offerings. That's just what I do. I would go to Slapfish today and only drink water, but judge them harshly because they don't have good soft drinks, in my opinion.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, like we ate at El Torito. They're a Pepsi joint. I don't like that. I think that makes you bad. But I'll go there. I'm happy to go there.
It makes you bad. All right, I see. By the way, searching for the term Overwatch to find out what the news is in Twitter is a dangerous prospect. You might get exactly what you're looking for, or you might get a whole bunch of 3D porn you didn't expect. So I'm just saying,
really?
because you always do. Overwatch is one of the most pornified things in the history of ever.
Are there STL files you could send me? I'll 3D print something.
Yeah, let's 3D print the porn that is rampant. By the way, so I see the news is there's a PvP beta set for April for Overwatch 2. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah, let Scott Johnson, according to the news, the video game analyst, the tech analyst. I don't remember what they called you.
What CBS called you? Video game analyst.
Yeah, what they call? I think they called me a video game analyst, which is weird.
We'll let Scott, the analyst, do the analysis. I got two more notes though.
Analyst.
Anal cyst.
I have a suggestion. If you want to see how the phone cameras have progressed, just look at your old pictures. It's shocking.
Yeah.
I have been like categorizing and like cataloging all of my pictures, which is a huge thing because like starting in about 2007, I started taking lots of pictures
for that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's very interesting though, because like the resolution gets better, the size of the pictures gets bigger, as you go. It's really interesting. You do that little thing.
It's we all thought they were awesome then, and they were. I mean, they were better than anything that had come before it. But man, lest you think they were still good.
I'm so sad that like I have all these trips to Hawaii And as you go back in time, my pictures of this beautiful landscape get really bad.
Yeah.
So,
but at the time you thought they were good. Like, you gotta appreciate it. It's like looking at movies and saying, oh, well, that old thing doesn't look as good as the new thing, but you gotta appreciate it for what it was at the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say the breaking point is about 2014. About 2014, I still have some pictures from an iPhone that I'm like, oh yeah, you could print that. It would look good framed, but then too far past before that. Nope, not good.
Not so good. Well, all right then. Let's get to these. Do you
have
one more note? You have one more note.
I have to ask you a question based on earlier talk.
Yeah.
I have to ask this question.
Yeah.
If you had to go get stitches put in your penis,
yeah,
wouldn't you ask the doctor to overestimate the number of stitches?
Oh. No, because...
Could you tell the news that I needed 75 stitches instead of...
I got 5 stitches, but I'm asking, would you just say 20? Just say 20.
I feel like if I told them to say that, they would say that, and then now I'm on the hook for let's say I meet some lady friend,
Oh my God.
And she's like, I need to confirm what I heard on the news. I need to know that there were 20.
Like
and you're like, there's only 15. I'm sorry, there are only 15 stitches.
It's now it's a scar. The stitches are gone.
That's true. You could fake
just a scar.
All right. Yeah. You could keep the lie alive is what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
All right. Fantastic. All right. Let's get to Recommendals. We're going to start by playing Brian's clips here. He's got 2 of them this week. We're going to start with the first one. And Brian, is there any sort of setup for this clip?
I'm going to tell you that this is a movie, and you probably will be able to get it fairly early on, just based on some of what you hear in this.
All right. Here we go.
得跟你说晚安。
分かってください。ストップ。やってみてどう思う？ What do you think?
I think the director should be the one to judge.
Terrible. ひどい。
I agree with you. I feel like we both did better during the auditions.
Do you know why?
Because I've learned a little bit of the dialogue, so I use my partner like my acting cues. But if I don't learn the dialogue, I can't act.
Okay.
And I thought that this way I could pay more attention to other people's emotions. If I learned the dialogue perfectly, including theirs, I can react better.
I see. Why don't we read the book again?
Oh, my. Okay. No idea here.
Read the book again.
Yeah.
That is, because of the Japanese, that's about the only English you'll find in the 3-hour film Drive My Car, which is a Japanese foreign film that is one of our 10 nominations for Best Picture this year. And this is the story of a guy who is an actor who is hired to be the director of a production of Uncle Vanya in Hiroshima that's multiple languages. Like basically every actor is performing in a different language, Korean, Japanese, one person's even doing sign language. And behind the play is a big screen. So if you're attending and you see this play, they're putting on Uncle Vanya, if you come and see it, they actually have a screen that's got translations of what every character is saying. And it's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, I bet.
But so he's hired to do this, and but he's kind of getting over a big traumatic moment in his life. And he's assigned a chauffeur. He prefers to drive himself, but he's assigned a chauffeur to drive his car and drive him around. And an interesting relationship develops between the two.
Is it? It's Morgan Freeman, and he's
that's right.
Yeah, driving Mr. Daisy. Yeah.
So
And I just want to get to the most important thing, and that's the Saab 900. Oh my God!
Oh, it is a beautiful car.
It's such a cutie. I owned that exact car, that exact color.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Back in the early aughts.
So this is set. This is set back in time, someplace, somewhere
No,
recent.
this is set in 2021.
Oh, interesting.
Because at one point you even do see people walking around in a grocery store with masks on. You can kind of tell which parts were filmed pre-pandemic and which parts were filmed post-pandemic.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because a lot of Asia, they do this anyway around flu season. They're all wearing masks most of the time anyway. So maybe I wonder if that's the thing. But the reason I ask is they don't make that car anymore, right? So is it? It's
a classic, like it's a vintage car. And what's great about it, 1987 Saab 900 Turbo, is that the wheel is on the wrong side for Japan. So like you see other cars in the film, and the wheel is on the right side, but in this car it's on the left side, like an American car.
Oh, weird.
I loved that car so much. I actually had multiple versions of that car. I had a 99 special edition called a Vigan, a Saab Vigan.
Vigan?
Okay.
And it was so great. Yeah.
Vigan's a weird word.
I actually took my kid a few months ago. I drove him over to the local Saab like repair shop, because they have all of these old Saabs for sale just sitting in their parking lot, right?
Yeah.
And it just drove around. I'm like, ooh, look at that one. That one's from the mid 90s. And love those cars.
A little surprised nobody picked up the Saab, like General Motors or somebody going, you know what? Don't like Chrysler did with Volvo or whatever. Just buy the Saabs, And
I think they're back. I thought they returned in like
really
2016. I don't.
I thought they were done.
I thought so too. I don't think I've seen a Saab on the road in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, you see them, man. People who have Saabs, like, they go to great lengths to keep them running.
Oh, well, let me rephrase that. I haven't seen a new Saab on the road in a long time.
Sure. Yeah. It does. Yeah. It says here they did close forever in 2016.
Oh, okay. So they're gone. That's too bad. I know people who are diehard Saab fans and would drive them forever if they could. But anyway, that's not really the point of the show.
Forever in this film.
On this movie.
Yeah.
So obviously the whole thing is in Japanese. You get subtitles. The story is amazing. This actor turned director has a wife who comes up with screenplays. She actually is a screenwriter, and she comes up with screenplays during sex and relays them to him during sex and then doesn't remember them afterwards. And so he actually has to relay those stories back to her, which is a really bizarre relationship that they have. But it's his involvement in this play, this performance of Uncle Vanya that in Hiroshima, that is really touching with his interactions between all of the actors who are in it. It's particularly one actor named Koji, and he's kind of this pretty boy who's been in some other stuff, and their relationship with what they know about each other and don't say is very, very interesting.
Okay.
So,
and
I don't want to give anything away, but this is among the 10 nominees. I would probably say this is my 4th or 5th favorite of the nominees this year.
You've seen all 10 now? Is this it? Did you mention that?
I've seen all 10 now. Yes.
Nice. Look at you, 10 for 10.
So once we're done, I kind of want to talk about the order I'd suggest if somebody wants to see the best ones. And we can all talk about that, because I think we've seen a lot of the best ones.
We should do that on FilmSack. I've got a pretty good idea of my order as well. I'm actually not going to be able to watch the Oscars this year. It's going to be the first time in like 25 years I haven't watched the Oscars.
Well, you just won't be able to watch them live. You'll be able to watch them.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll be out in the middle of nowhere that day. But
who's hosting? I forgot. Who's doing it?
Tiffany? No, not Tiffany Haddish. You sent me the list, and
it's 3 people this year. It's Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, and Amy Schumer.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah,
Amy Schumer. Interesting. People don't like her sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? People just can't let a woman be funny.
Yes, I don't know.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, she's making a comeback. She's the cover. She's got the cover this week of Hollywood Reporter. So she's
telling you, her movie Trainwreck with John Cena. Oh my God,
it is really good. Yeah,
such an
she's
underrated
great. I like
movie.
her style of comedy. Kind of a little bit self-deprecating. A lot self-deprecating. Let's be honest.
She was a very interesting guest on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, I thought.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite little interactions.
She was really good on there.
Yeah.
The ones I dislike the most are the ones where Jerry Seinfeld is exactly like the person he's talking to. Like they have all the, they just have all this common ground. Like they're just not funny.
Well, unless you count the Brian Regan ones are some of the greatest things ever made in the history of ever. That's why they keep having to come back.
Those are the best. Yeah.
And they're
but I'm just saying, like, when he has too much chemistry with somebody, they're just kind of like chilling in a car.
Mm-hmm.
When he's like a little bit pricked by the other person. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's
I
always
think
good.
the worst one might have been that that YouTube wears too much lipstick.
Oh, I hated that one. I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst of all of them. It's bad. And I don't like it when he has just regular actors on. They need to be comedians. It bugs me when it's just like.
Yeah, but I still like that better than this YouTube.
Yeah, it's
one.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hated that so much. All right, moving on
All right,
to
so Drive My
number
Car
2.
is streaming on HBO Max, and it is a very, it's beautiful, and the story is very, very touching. It's not, this. I can't say too much about the story, but I've kind of given you an overview without giving away a couple very big plot points.
Yeah.
An interesting thing about this film is you don't get the opening credits until 40 minutes into the film. But
Whoa.
you'll see why. When you watch it, you'll see why you don't.
That's like video games
40
do that.
minutes?
Yeah.
40 minutes until you get the opening credits.
That's not opening credit. That's just stupid.
That's either late opening credits or a really long stinger.
Yeah, no kidding.
What? No.
Yeah,
no.
It's all trailer.
You don't show me an entire movie and then run the credits and then show me another movie.
You'll see why when you watch the movie. You'll see why that's the case.
All right.
Okay.
Well, here
I highly recommend it. It's very, very good.
All right, I'm gonna play this one. You ready? Here it comes.
Yep.
Who cracked your head open, hombre? In English.
Same guy who nailed your ear, maybe?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I realize if any of you helps me out, you might spoil your chance to murder each other over control of this earthly paradise.
The Jets control it, and you know it.
Oh, yeah. But golly gee, Balkan, not according to the New York City Committee for Slum Clearance, which has decided to pull this whole hellmouth down to the bedrock. And you're in the way. Nice reflexes, muchacho. So, any day now, all of you are going to be evicted. You'll have to vamos, as we say in Spanish.
We're not relocating. Nosotros vivimos aquí.
We have rights.
Right, huh? Where are they?
Oh, that's got to be the West Side Story there.
That is, yeah, now available both on Disney Plus and HBO Max, so you have no reason to stay away from it. This is, but you can watch this and say, oh, this is the film that's going to win the Oscars this year, because it probably will win the Oscars this year. It's my second favorite of the 10 nominees, and I really was not expecting to love it as much as I did. But they do some stuff, they do some camera stuff with this and some post-production stuff with this that makes it feel like it's 1957, but still feels so modern and gorgeous and well acted, well choreographed. I watched some of the original to kind of remind myself. Like I felt like after watching this, I said, how close is this? Because I'd seen the original, but it was a long time ago. And I was thinking, God, this feels like it's just right on the original as far as every choreographed dance, everything. And no, I was surprised by how different it was. But because they did such a good job with this felt like the version I'd seen before. Like it felt like it was so good. It felt like the version of West Side Story. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right that this is all about the technical details. Like,
yeah,
this is I personally don't think this deserves to win Best Picture. That should go to a film that has something new.
That has Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
That has basically that's the way it's looking.
Yeah.
But I hope it wins all of these. I hope it wins cinematography. I hope it's just shocking when you start watching it. Like your mouth hangs open and because you realize, oh, this is a new film.
It is. It's a new film, but it looks like this, and it looks good like that. It's not like they filmed it with an old iPhone camera.
Yeah, and in a lot of cases, they have their lights out in view. That's the wildest thing to me. I can't remember the last time I saw a film that was lit this technically great, and the lights you could see them.
Yeah.
You don't want to call it natural lighting. It's not natural lighting. It's movie lighting, but they've got these bright pink and blue and orange lights. and you can see them. I don't know. It's just like that blows my mind.
Yeah, I think that Spielberg guy might go places. I think he's
he's got some promise. This guy.
Yeah.
Ansel Elgort plays Tony, the not really the leader of the Jets, but a prominent figure in the Jets. Although every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. And then the woman he falls in love with, Maria. I just met a woman.
Oh, it's
Maria.
Rachel Ziegler, right?
It's Rachel Ziegler. Yeah,
she's really talented. That girl.
She is amazingly talented. Yeah, she's great, and she's both in acting and singing. I'm surprised Ansel Elgort could sing as well as he did. He was really good. Ariana DeBose is excellent. David Alvarez. Rita Moreno, who was in the original, they added a role for her in this one.
She plays the Oracle and tells Neo what to do, right? She's the Oracle.
Rita Moreno does? I see what you're saying. This one, yeah. Uh-huh.
She's this movie's Oracle, so you get it? That's the
She
joke.
kind of is, actually. She is this movie's chorus, basically.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, they give her mostly they give her the song "There's a Place for Us," which Ansel and Rachel sing that as well. Tony and Maria sing that as well, but very, very prominently, it's sung by Rita Moreno.
That's cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah, she's what, in her 80s or something. She's been around forever.
Yeah. She's an EGOT.
I guess. By the way, speaking of this guy is like on top of the world, Ansel Elgort. I want Scott to guess how old he is.
Let's see. So when I saw him, he was your Han Solo, right?
Right.
Right. So he would have been probably in his 20s there. I'm going to say Ansel Elgort is 28.
Well, no, he wasn't Han Solo. He should have been Han Solo.
Oh, he's the guy that we wanted to be, right?
He's the guy
right.
that should have been. He was our baby driver.
Yeah,
he was driving those babies.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's 28. Am I close?
You nailed it.
Did I?
He's turning 28 in 4 days.
Okay, there you go.
Scott's very good at that.
I am good at dates for some reason. Time is my jam.
And I still recommend Baby Driver. I think we're far enough. I mean, we're never going to forget what Spacey did.
Right.
However,
because it came out right before the Revelation.
It came out right before that, and had it not, this would have been Baby Driver would have been a much bigger film than it ended up being. But it is really good. If you get a chance to see Baby Driver, I recommend that. But I recommend this more. See West Side Story. Be blown away by just how beautiful and well shot, well acted, well choreographed all of that is, and how hook laden the music still is after all this time.
Yeah, that's you can't go wrong with great music that everybody knows. You can bore people. Like a friend of mine said she watched it with her mother, and her mother was just like, not impressed. This is not. There's nothing new here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get that, and that's kind of why I said I don't really want to see it win Best Picture.
Yeah,
but man,
Hollywood loves to pat itself on the back, and they love a musical. So
yeah. And they love Spielberg. So yeah,
and they love Spielberg. I think there's this has about 70% chance of winning the Oscar. I think Power of the Dog I enjoyed more. I mean, if we want to really quickly go down the top 5, if you want to go see what I recommend as the top 5 movies to watch before the Oscars, it's Power of the Dog, it's Nightmare Alley, Coda, and Licorice Pizza.
But I mean, okay, sure, you're kind of around it all there. I would make sure you see Belfast, because that's the only other.
Oh, did I not say Belfast? No. I thought it said Belfast third. Did I not?
It's the only other movie that has a chance to beat Power of the Dog for Best Picture.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Nightmare Alley is the example of this category is too big. They should flex this category and not include movies that have absolutely zero chance to possibly win.
Yeah.
But isn't that always true? You're always going to have, it's a relative thing. So if you have 10 possible winners, you're going to have 2 or 3 who are like, well, they're not going to win. If you have 5 possible winners, you're going to have 2 that aren't going to win.
No matter.
I feel like that's
what.
just the way it is.
Licorice Pizza won't get Best Picture, but I think it's one of the best films in the stack. And Best Belfast absolutely should be in there. Okay, so Power of the Dog, Belfast, West Side Story, Nightmare Alley, Coda, and Licorice Pizza. Those are the 6.
And what are the ones that are who's left?
So King Richard, way overrated.
Don't Look Up. which was
No.
good, but
No,
doesn't belong in the Best Picture.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a bunch of people watching the Oscars hoping Don't Look Up wins the Best Picture.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a fun movie. It's so populist, you know,
Yeah.
and doesn't have a chance, you know.
There's no way that movie
that's the
should
kind of
win.
thing I'm
That
talking
movie's
about.
all right. I enjoyed it, but this
Yeah.
shouldn't win.
Yeah, Drive My Car, good, but not in the top. I guess I'd put it lower than top 5. I'd put it 7 or 8. But I liked it more than I liked Don't Look Up and King Richard. King Richard is probably what I put at the end. Dune should be higher on that list too. But
Damn straight it should. Dune
I figure
should be.
everybody listening to us has seen Dune, so
Yeah. I'm voting for Dune.
And Dune is usually that lower part of the list that I'm saying you can kind of throw away. It also doesn't have nominations in the other associated categories, and that's the big deal, right? The Oscars wants to give Jane Campion an Oscar this year, and they're going to give it to her for Best Director. And so then you know what I mean? Like, look at the rest of the Best Director noms, and you don't see Dune. You don't see Don't Look Up, etc.
Yeah. Well, cool. These are both. Look at you,
good-
Oscar man. Even though movies are weird now, and some come out in theaters, some don't, and all that, Brian's still been able to manage to get all 10 in before the deadline. So it's very nice.
that it kind of has helped because the only ones we saw in theaters were Belfast and Licorice Pizza, I think. Let's see. Yeah, those are the only two we saw in the theaters. Coda is worth, listen, if you don't have an Apple TV Plus account, get the free 7-day trial or whatever they offer and watch Coda. It is so good, and it's a bummer that it's only available on that one little small segmented platform of a place to watch.
Oh, interesting. Okay. By the way, I was just looking at the top. This is fun. Are these 10 of these? Yeah. The top 10 movies. Let's see if you guys, you don't have to guess, but the top 10 movies with the most nominations in all categories.
Oh, okay.
The years they were nominated for Best Picture, and then all the other categories. These are the ones with the most total nominations. The number one movie, well, it's actually tied. So there's 2 of these. Titanic, 1997, had 14 nominations. All About Eve, 1950, 14 nominations.
Silence of the Lambs is up there too, isn't it? I
I think so. It goes Gone with the
8 or
Wind,
9.
From Here to Eternity, Shakespeare in Love, Forrest Gump had 13. There's a lot of ties for 13. Chicago, Mary Poppins, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, English Patient, Ben-Hur, Waterfront. Oh, wow. Dances with Wolves. Now I'm out, and then maybe not. Schindler's List.
Maybe not.
Gladiator. Whole bunch of old shit. Lincoln. Yeah, not in there. I also thought Fury Road had more. I think it only had 8. Now that I think
My favorite little bit of trivia in amongst all of that is the name of the actor who got the most nominations in different categories. So the most, what one person managed to get a nomination, as an actor or director for Best Picture and Best Director and Best Original Screenplay and Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Actor and so forth. Like who is that person? Can you guess? Anybody?
Oh, geez. I'm going to go with...
most distinct categories for nomination. And by the way, he only won one. I just told you it's a he.
Okay,
he only won one of those 8 different categories.
It's Clint Eastwood.
I don't know. Or Kevin Costner or
Woody Allen.
Some interesting guesses. Yeah, because you got to also be doing writing to get those.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Some good guesses. The answer is Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yep. That's cool. Well, that's even more official now because this whole the Belfast business.
Yeah,
going real well for him. All right, excellent. I'm going to now share with you a recommendal that is very different from anything Brian talked about. Okay.
Okay.
It's a little older now, but I'm really glad I finally caught up with it. Proof that Scott will eventually watch things his friends recommend. And here's the clip.
After we get married, we'll take a cruise to Barbados or maybe a resort that's all-inclusive.
They say they're all-inclusive, but that's bullshit. They charge you for the towels, soap, top shelf liquor.
Jim.
Right.
All right. Guesses?
Oh, did I hear Kaylee Cuoco?
You did.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you heard there was the 2019 series, and I guess a new season is coming still, of HBO Max's Harley Quinn.
Freaking
cool.
all-star cast. The casting is crazy.
Yeah, look at this. You got Kaylee Cuoco as Harley Quinn, Lake Bell as Poison Ivy, Andy Tudyk as Clayface, the Joker, half a dozen other characters. Tudyk two-die character set. Amazing in this. His clay face is wondrous. It's so good. I cannot say enough about Clayface. No one cares about Clayface in the DC universe.
Yeah,
he's boring. He's just a guy that's made out of clay and can turn into other things. They took Clayface in a place I didn't expect. You got Ron Funches as King Shark. He's great. Tony Hale as Dr. Psycho. Amazing turn for Tony Hale. Christopher Maloney, you heard in that clip, playing Commissioner Gordon. He's amazing. Commissioner Gordon's fallen apart in this series. It's really great. Jason Alexander, a.k.a. George Costanza, plays this character named Cy Borgman. Amazing.
Borgman.
Yeah. Dietrich Bader plays Batman, and he's perfect for it. He also plays serious Batman and other animated DC things, so it's not he's not even new to the Batman role, but he's perfect for this because he's, that guy was raised on comedy roles, and he's very comedic in this. JB Smoove plays Frank the Plant, which is one of Poison Ivy's minions. Jim Rash, it goes on. Everybody's in this. Way too many people even to
two
guest
seasons. How many seasons have we gotten?
There are two so far. I want to say this third is on its way, I think. Okay. But right now there are 2 seasons total. It's first glance of it, you go, oh, it looks like, it looks like a DC animated series.
Yeah.
This is really dirty and sweary and bloody. Like, it's rated R, and everybody's cussing up a storm in ways that you kind of catch off guard because you're like, whoa, easy there, Captain Cold or whoever with the potty voice.
Okay.
It's really raunchy, but has more heart than this should have. It's funny. It's weird how much heart it has because it's all about Harley Quinn trying to bust into basically the core story of the first season anyway, is her trying to break into the Legion of Doom and become part of the Legion of Doom. And Giancarlo Esposito plays Lex Luthor wonderfully. He's perfect in it. He's perfect in it,
his
too.
agent is fantastic.
Yeah, he should kind of suck at that because you'd hear his voice and go, oh, that just sounds like, what's his name? The king.
Gus
Fring. But he's perfect as this, like, aloof sort of Lex Luthor. There's a dude in there that plays Bane, and the way they decided to play Bane is wonderful because he plays Bane as it's James Abdomen or Adomian. I can't say his name.
James Abdomen.
James Adomian.
He plays Bane the way that Bane was stereotyped in the third Nolan movie. So it's very, hey, listen, sit here.
Really?
And he decides to do him like that, and he is freaking hilarious. Steals the show every time Bane says anything.
Yeah, he likes to impersonate people, especially politicians. Like he shows up on late night show and he's impersonating, Bernie Sanders or whatever.
Yeah, he's a good impressionist guy.
He actually parlayed that into a role, like in Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. Yeah. He's George W. Bush. You get to see him,
and he's a good Bush. He does a really good job in that. I like him in that. That's about the only thing I liked. That wasn't a very good movie, but anyway, the point is, it is very, very good. All-star cast. They're all putting in great work. Executive produced by Kaylee Cuoco as well, so she's got some hand in that. But you're already fans of all these people, especially Andy Tudyk and some of these other guys. You got to see this show. It is so good. I can't believe it took me so long to watch it. It's right up my alley. It is hilarious. It is not for the kids. Okay, at all. Like, language in this thing is pretty rough. Oh, Brian, do you know the comic character? Oh shoot, it's like a ancient Greek god. Hold on, I'm gonna find this.
Ancient Greek god.
Hold on.
Ancient Greek god.
It's not Caesar.
Okay.
Zeus?
DC character.
Is it Zeus? Something Zeus? That is it. Hold on. I'm gonna find this.
Maxi Zeus.
Maxi Zeus. There's this character called Maxi Zeus that came out in the 70s or something. It's an old DC character. He's played in this thing by Will Sasso. He is so freaking funny. It is so funny. I like
Maximilian Zeus. I have never heard of this character.
It's the dumbest character. Like, it's so dumb, but the way they play it here is so great. And they dig up just the dumbest characters. Kite Man's in this, and he's super, like, him and Poison Ivy kind of have a thing going. And Lake Bell is hilarious.
Peacemaker brought up Matter Eater Lad, which is my favorite stupid DC character.
Yeah, and there's so many, but I keep saying Andy Tudyk, Alan Tudyk, and his take on the Joker.
Alan Tudyk. Did I say Andy as well?
Yeah, I do it every time I say it, so who knows? But he's perfectly cast as the Joker. He sounds like Mark Hamill doing the Joker, which is what people always want. So he just does that.
Yeah.
But his clay face, he plays like a thespian like actor guy. Who's like, yes, when I take over his body, I will become the greatest. He does this thing that is so drop dead hilarious. I am telling you, I'm not used to these kind of cartoons making me laugh out loud. This show made me laugh out loud.
Awesome.
Yeah, so go check it out.
It's on my list. I'm going to slide it up to the. Maybe I'll start watching it after I finish season 2 of MASH.
There you go. Yeah, after you get done with MASH, and it's a quick watch too, because it's not a huge season. The episodes are like 30 minutes. It's really easy to get through. So. Yeah. Highly recommend it. All right, Randy, I'm going to play this clip. Any setup here?
No, this is a movie, and we've got a woman who is a professor of like archaeological history or something.
Yeah,
and she is running late, and she's getting back to her class where her boyfriend, another professor of not archaeology, has been trying to lead the class, and he is winging it.
All right, here we go.
In this broad earth of ours, amid the measureless grossness and the slag, enclosed and safe within its central heart, nestles the seed perfection. The poet's hope and optimism in humanity echoes our recent universal victory, the return of half our population, and thank God there she is. Our brilliant museum scientist, Miss Cersei, the person who will be, and was always supposed to be, giving you your presentation today.
Thank you, Mr. Whitman. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Today we'll be learning about the importance of apex predators in a balanced ecosystem. Poetry.
I completely ran out of things to say, and these kids make me nervous.
I thought you were very charming, Professor.
See you tonight.
Ooh, see you tonight.
All right, settle down. So, who can tell me what an apex predator is?
Animals that hunt their prey for food.
Very good. Apex predators do hunt their prey for food, like all predators. But one thing that sets them apart is that there are no other animals in their habitat strong enough to hunt them. Who can give me an example?
Lions.
Wolves. Correct? Earthquake.
Earthquake, everyone! Get down! Under the tables!
I have no idea.
Wow,
Oh, really?
You don't. Okay.
No, with the Cersei mention and Jon Snow in there.
Oh, I don't know. Is that who all those people were? I had no idea. Oh, so this is Eternals, duh.
This is Eternals. That's right. And if you don't like being hit over the head with your symbolism, like they are literally telling you the sort of like cosmological symbology by having the character asking people about apex predators. And then an earthquake comes along, and you're supposed to gather that there like this universe has layers of such things. That was Gemma Chan as Cersei, and she of course is involved with Kit Harington, who is not an Eternal. He is just a normal random guy that she is involved with, and he is perfect for this role as the average human observer of what's going on here, because you really need that in a movie that's about time and space and very, very powerful superheroes. He almost immediately after this meets Richard Madden, who was his brother on Game of Thrones, and it is so awesome to see the Kings of the North
reunited
together.
Together again.
Yeah, and they always liked each other in Game of Thrones, right? They weren't like having. Well, I guess the Snows were, or not the Snows. The I can't think of anybody's name right now.
Starks.
The Starks. The Starks always had a decent Thanksgiving. They all got along.
They did. Yeah, they all got along, and yeah.
It is the reason I'm recommending it is because this thing kind of came and went, and I don't feel like enough people were moved to go see it. It is a fine Marvel film. It is like up there, like Marvel now has 25 movies, and it says a lot if you say like this is in the top 15. It's just very well crafted. It fits into an odd place, right? Because it is after the return. You heard the the character Dane Whitman mentioned the return. It is it doesn't really intersect with much more. There's some way down at the end of the movie. There is some intersection with other movies and things that are going on, but it is really its own story. And so it has to be a complete story, and it's a bit long, right? And I think just a lot of people heard, oh, there isn't a lot of connective tissue here, right? With the other Marvel movies, I don't really. They heard this, and I think it's wrong. You're going to absolutely see more Eternals in the future, and it's got a ton of comic relief, especially from Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo and from Ma Dong-seok as Gilgamesh. I mean, it is just a fun movie, and like it's hard to imagine when you see Angelina Jolie, right? She's just not fun. But I'm telling you, there are
she's
other
jolly.
things.
It's right there in the way you pronounce her name.
I know. There's a lot of fun to be had in this movie. It's a very big adventure, and again, like all Marvel movies for a very long time, fantastic cinematography, fantastic score. I loved the score for this movie.
Yeah, there was so much that got backlash because, it's another Marvel movie, and I think Marvel's running its course and blah, blah, blah. And I disagree that it's in the top 15, but I put it in the top 20 of the 25 Marvel movies. It's better than Thor: Dark World. It's better than Iron Man 3. There's a few that I could say I enjoyed it more than. And still kind of the worst Marvel movie is still better to me than a lot of other movies. So I really enjoyed this, and I think people should give it a chance because maybe it's been long enough since the backlash that's like, all right, give it a chance and watch it and put all that stuff out of your mind that people were saying about it.
Does Benedict Wong show up in any sort of stinger business or anything?
No,
he should though. It feels like if there's anybody who could from the MCU make an appearance in this,
because he's in everything else right now. All the other ones, he just shows up. He's the Cliff Clavin of these things now. For like, or what's his name? He's the John Ratzenberger for as he is for Pixar. That's what Benedict Wong is for these MCU movies. And if he's not in this, well then no sale. Forget it. I'm not watching it. No, I'll see it. I still haven't seen it, but. I'd like to see
I don't even remember what the stinger was on this movie, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, you don't?
We
get two of them, and one of them had to do with the character you were talking about.
Is it important?
I don't remember it for some reason.
Are they important stingers? Like felt like they were like ooh.
Well, setting up new character appearances, new MCU character appearances, and one of them is an actor that you never would think you'd see in an MCU film.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm excited to see Vern Troyer, the deceased body of Vern Troyer. I was trying to think who I have least pictured,
who else
but I can't.
You did not expect?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of him, but all right.
It's Salma Hayek. She's always good. The movie asks a lot of Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie and Richard Madden specifically because they just have a lot of character development, and you wouldn't think over a 10,000-year time frame you could have a lot of character development, but they do. This movie takes place when those characters are all kind of changing their minds about something that they've been doing for a very, very long time. Yeah. And it's just I found it really entertaining. And also, this is not a very blatant movie. This is a movie that you can rewatch and pick up all kinds of other things, right? So like the scene that I played for you, first time I watched it, I was busy, looking at the characters and figuring out what they're doing and what their motivations are. Second time is when I got all of that meaning underneath what they were saying,
I do need to watch it a second time. I only saw it in the theaters and haven't watched the streaming version yet. So
and it is right there on Disney Plus for you.
Cool.
Disney Plus, I guess the most successful streaming service right now. It's outrageous. Like when you saw the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer yesterday, I'm like, where are they getting the money for this? But no, the answer
know where
is
they're getting it. Yeah. They're doing fine.
They're doing really well business.
Yeah, I think they're doing just great. They're about to add an ad tier, which I don't know how I feel about that, but probably won't. I don't think
won't affect me. I've pre-purchased the first 3 years of Disney Plus, so I think I've still got a year and a half of that.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well, there you go. Those are our movies and TV shows today. If you are like, man, I don't remember any of that, no problem. All you got to do is check out. Ryan, remind me the link. What's the URL?
quicktms.li.
There you go. Or Randy puts them all over the place, including his Twitter account at Randy Deluxe. He also puts them in our Discord and our Facebook group, all these places. So follow it, find out, and check it. Randy, anything else you'd like to say? We're doing Film Sack this weekend. I know that. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing Film Sack. We're going to watch In the Line of Fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Movie that I think I liked 25 years ago. I don't know.
I loved it.
I'm
So
watch it tonight. So because going to a game tomorrow night. So.
Oh yeah, you'll have to ping us and just. I mean, not that it'll color how I feel about it, but I for sure have had these moments on Film Sack where it's like when I saw that 25 years ago, I love that movie. It was amazing.
Same here.
And then we'll see it again and go, ooh. But then we've had the opposite where we didn't think we liked the thing and then like it a lot more now. So I don't know what to expect, but I like that movie. John Malkovich's bad guy sticks in my head. He lives here. He lives rent free in my brain.
Yeah, but what if it's bad? Like, what if you watch this and John Malkovich is like a terrible actor?
See, that's why I don't want to post in our chat, because I don't want to color your, like, whether or not I enjoy it or don't. I don't want to color your impressions of it. I like when Scott surprises me with what he thinks of a film.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be surprised what I think of a movie I haven't watched yet since 1997 or whatever it was.
Awesome.
Anyway, that'll be this weekend. Check it out. Randy, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe. We'll see you next time.
Okay, and just one more thing.
Bye. All right. I put in his, I gave him too many D's, I think. I think I went Randy Deluxe.
Randy Deluxe.
No, I
did
went
you go
like,
Randy Deluxe?
Yes.
Randidi?
Yes.
Randidi Deluxe?
I think I did a Randidi.
The great Randidi.
Randidi. Make his bat
now
disappear.
Performing for your pleasure. The great Randidi.
Well, there you go. That's there goes Randy off into the distance. I have one more email to read from Bree. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Bree,
Let's see what Bree has to say.
It's like the cheese, except just BREE. Good morning, Scott and Brian. The weekend
like
while
Larson.
Yeah, there you go. The weekend while gaming with my fiance Mike, he said, "I'm hungry, and only a hot dog will fix it. Do we have hot dogs?" And I said, "Yes, but you're asking the wrong question. We don't have buns." He paused for a second, grabbed the package of tortillas that we had sitting on the counter, held them up, and said, "Doggerito, let's do it." Or Doggerito. I made a super simple version with small tortillas, cheese wieners, and shredded cheese to cement it all together like a daquito. More like a dogquito.
Yeah, like a taquito daquito.
Daquito. With a cup of ketchup for dipping. He looked up and said, "I would like to request that this is the only way that I am fed from now on." Unquote. Thanks for the quick and easy recipe inspiration. When Kim finally makes that cookbook, there should for sure be a Scott unsupervised section. Thanks for all the laughs, Bree. That's funny you bring that up. Kim and I were talking about this the other day, doing a cookbook, but basing it around the whole community in some way. So we'd have everybody submitting. Brian would submit his favorite recipes that he makes, and Randy and his.
My
and
pizza recipe.
Yeah, anything Dunaway makes, and then the gnarly shit I put together once in a while, we would put in this book and sell it. I think that would be really fun. So thanks for the reminder that may be a thing we do, and I'm glad the Doggerito served you well.
It sounded like a commercial. I'm hungry and only a hot dog will fix it. Do we have hot dogs?
Yep.
We do, but no buns.
Don't have any buns. Yep.
Well, that's okay.
Introducing the Doggerito.
How many times has this happened to you?
All that stuff in the early part would be in black and white, and then we'd be in full color now, and it'd be perfect. Anyway,
yes.
Claire, you could submit a cocktail or two. Claire's Cocktails, whatever.
Yes.
We got ideas. Anyway, that's all in the future.
Swetch.
Gin Swetch. The Gin Swetch. That's it for the show. I want to thank everybody for their patronage at patreon.com/TMS. It is literally the fuel that keeps the engine going here. We don't have it without you, so please, 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 if you haven't done it yet, go throw us a buck at patreon.com/TMS. You get commercial-free content every single day, bonus content every day and every week, and sometimes even beyond that. There's so much, and we're this close to the game show level. I'm telling you.
Oh, are we really?
We're about 800 or something a month away, but
that's all
still,
right. That's close. That's close. Oh, man.
Close as we've ever been. So if you would like to get us closer, go read all about it and unlock that.
Let me really quickly describe that. That would be a monthly game show, Frog Pants All-Stars game show, where you'd have guests like Randy, Jocelyn, Garrett, Steven Schleicher, maybe Veronica Belmont every once in a while.
Tom Merritt would gladly be on there. Lots of
Merritt.
people.
Maybe we could get some of those former Blizzard folks that you're friends with. I mean, there'd be a lot of folks we could pull in for that. That would be just amazing.
Could be really cool.
All playing trivia games with you for prizes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah. So go check it out. We give you bits and pieces of it on the show with our contests and stuff, but this would be like the real deal. So go check it out and read all about it. Patreon.com/TMS. For everything else, it's frogpants.com/TMS. Okay. Brian, if you have nothing else, let's play a song.
You know, I have one more thing, Scott. It's Thursday. There will be a Coverville today. All the music covered by Mario. No, I'm kidding, even though it's March 10th, and it would be a great day for a Mario cover story. No, it's also John Cale's birthday. And you're saying, John Cale, who's he? Is he a delicious superfood? No, he's not. He is one of the founding members of the Velvet Underground. And so it will be a Velvet Underground cover story today. You'll be surprised by some of the people you hear on this show, including folks like Susanna Hoffs, Simple Minds, Billy Bragg, Sweet, and even a song by freaking Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yes, people of a certain age probably credit her as the first on-screen nudity they ever saw. Jennifer Jason Leigh singing a Velvet Underground song on today's Coverville.
Nice. Sounds like a good Coverville to me.
It will be.
All right.
It will be great. All right.
Wet their whistle with a song already that you're going to play.
Let's give you a cover right now. James wrote in and said, "Good morning, morning stream. Good morning this morning in the news this morning." I added all that. Brian asked for requests for March birthdays, and I'll give you one more, albeit a belated one. March 5th was my lovely wife's birthday, and only a few days ago. We had a great day, and I think she deserves a nice song. Happy birthday, Hallie. You're a wonderful best friend, mother, and I know I can always call you my Hal. Is it too early to get a fish sandwich or a tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch?
It's never too early to get both of those, so let's give you this one.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich.
And this one.
The tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch.
There you go.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Let's give you a cover of You Can Call Me Al that I've never played on the show before. This one is fun, and it's more of a like a speeded up, I don't want to call it ska, but it's definitely got a faster tone to it. Probably ska punk would be the closest thing for me.
Right.
Hot Club de Paris is the band. They recorded this for their 2007 album Clockwork Toy. It's a cover of Paul Simon's You Can Call Me Al.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Oh my gosh,
It's my brother. Oof.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yeah, doing his